somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it. And I won't answer now. Who, what, where, why? See, a lot of dudes like to act the fool now. Get on live, but that ain't my style. Now who he gonna get and what he gonna do? Run up on me if you want to. Hot damn pressing his homies.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And off we go from the Windy City. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action, and here's Brissett. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Arizona.
On the ground, the former Golden Domer, Jeremiah Love. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
The 48-yard line. A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, starting the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. 12 there. First down, Chicago.
That's good.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down in critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
At the Cardinals' 47-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 30.
A big-time play for the Bears.
First down.
And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And they're not going to snap it. We have come to the end of the first quarter of play. Bears in possession here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
See what they have for 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Walter Nolan gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. In motion, it's Odunze. 3rd and long. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Santos' pick is good. And the Bears are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
35-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Brissett. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, they'll try it now. It's Love. And he's not going to get there. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on down.
It's a turnover on down.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield.
It's a 10-yard
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long, and as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I can promise you they're saying next time.
And this drive is over before it can start. He is swallowed up to force 4th down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, here is Love to begin this drive. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
At the 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Out of the backfield, it's Jeremiah Love. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
Operating from the gun is Brissett. On the run to the right. Now he takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. Brissett gonna throw. Moving to his left. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Trey McBride. That'll bring up 2nd down. Brissett. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. To the air again is Brissett. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
It's a turnover on down.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. A throw downfield caught by Burden. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal. Williams to the air once more. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane. And it sets up 4th down. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I know they get to 3. But I'll tell you what, Mike, you look around the league, the 4th down craze that's kind of taken and building a lot of momentum here. 4th and 1 in the red zone, I'm going for it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I just think you have to score touchdowns in this league to win overtime. And especially if you can't get a yard with this offensive line, then you've got bigger problems.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down as time runs out, and we've come to the end of the 1st half of play. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down by Josh Swift. A gain of 4.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
34-yard line.
Williams. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up.
And 6 yards to go.
Now Williams. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a 1st down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a first set of downs.
Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Walter Nolan in there on the stop.
On the pickup in 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Williams. That's taken in by Khalif Raymond. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bears 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these 1st downs and go finish with 6.
On 1st down, it's Swift. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal. Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Love. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter.
So I think as you look back over the course of the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going, and whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
3rd and 2. Here's Brissett. Forced out wide. And he just got one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Throw it, Brissett. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the Cardinals' 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Dylan Peterman. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they'll take this down inside.
I'm on the east side, I'm on the north side, south to the west, baby, where's your at? I'm coming clean, going way off the map. Call to a 6-man, turn out my hats. I'm on a jet trying to get dispatched. Call up Floyd, set up the match. Why would I play when I know this? Why would I play when I know this? Slap. Told the DJ gon' run it. Told the DJ gon' run it. Why would I play when I know this? Why would I play when I know this? Tell the DJ gon' run it. Tell the DJ gon' run it. Why would I play? 4 in the game. Roll off a brain dance. Yeah, I'm insane. Rolling my trip and they shot it, just jump on him. Different way down in the sea. I done went drop my anchor. What is we talking about? No, I don't talk a lot. Let's just spot that paper. Switching the lane, the lamb delirious. Pull on your block, cause fast and furious. Switching the lane, the lamb delirious. Pull on your block, cause fast and furious. We talking it, can't be serious. I got the bag, you know that I'm clearing it. Who in the lamb, who in the Porsche, who in the Audi, oh, who we be steering it. Hey, before the world fade away, don't you be lonely. Come over and hold me. Hey, I need you to stay. Tomorrow ain't promised, so we can be honest. All I want, if the world is falling down,
me stay a bit longer, 'cause you made me stronger. And yes, I know I'm a mess, but you can see through that. How do you do that?
Now on an absolutely perfect night in the Lone Star State, the roof's been opened, and we're ready for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long.
6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. First down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And the Raven first down.
A first down carry for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
3rd and long.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Ravens 0. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Play action now. Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action. It's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36.
1st down, Ravens.
Jackson now rolling to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry shoving through the defense. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Makes the score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for... To the right side and intercepted. K.o.b.e with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Henry up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
4th down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide open receiver.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Man, that is deflating going into the break. You're in a position with a chance to tie the game, but this kick is off the mark, and they're going to remain 3 points down heading into the break.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. K.o.b.e with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to it, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll go empty backfield. 5 receivers in the formation on 2nd and 5.
The Ravens 46-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! K.o.b.e. Turpin, 46 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the PAT.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, Ravens 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Sliding out of the pocket. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Jalen Thompson picks it.